How you doing? And thanks for tuning in to the What the Hell podcast. This podcast is dedicated to those things that drive you nuts and annoy you and just make you say, what the hell? Come on in. Let's get this thing started. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh man, what the hell? Welcome to yet another edition of the What the Hell podcast. The podcast about all those things that drive you nuts and annoy you. My name is Sean. I'm one of your hosts. With me, as always, or most of the time, would be my brothers. This guy over here and that guy over there.
Well, they can't see what you're looking at.
Well, technically they can, but with me, as always, man of many books.
I am man of many books.
And on the other side of the country, man of many belches.
That is true.
You've kind of earned that at this point.
There
Okay.
are quite a few of them.
No, hold on. So this Zoom meeting has been going for maybe 6 minutes, and I've already had both of you fucking burp in my ear. Can we please not?
I guess we've got a topic for another episode.
Well, I mean, the answer is no, but you know.
Well, let's see. We just recorded the last episode a few days ago. How's your week been so far?
Yeah, not bad. Glad tomorrow's Friday. Hit the weekend.
Applause button. Definitely glad for the applause button.
Get a little R
and then it's Friday.
Yeah.
For Shizzle. Man of many belches, what about your week?
It's been all right so far. I've got some friends in town who hilariously I never quite understood the I mean it's not exclusive to the town. It's just always, when you have different friends who go on vacation and one of the first things they say is, we're about to test the limits of our livers and blah. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I don't necessarily understand the appeal. I mean, part of that also could just be because it doesn't really matter how much I drink. Usually my hangovers just suck, but I've never quite understood the I don't know. Wouldn't you want to remember a trip?
Yeah, but I will say this, like, all hangovers suck, Jason. I've never had a hangover and been like, this is awesome.
I don't know if mine just especially do. Well, actually, one of the friends who's here, he boasts about the fact that apparently he doesn't get them. He just doesn't get hangovers. Oh, well, number one, good for you.
Yeah.
Because like I compare it to the superpowers from that M. Night Shyamalan film, Unbreakable.
Oh yeah.
Where Bruce Willis, didn't get hurt and didn't get sick or whatever else, but like Samuel L. Jackson had the flip side of that, where brittle bones and always sick and blah blah whatever else. Because I'm like, oh, that's great, because if your superpower is to not get hangovers, my superpower is to get everybody else's hangovers. Right? Every hangover you don't get, apparently I do, for even if I just have like just one of these. Later on, I'm going to go, fuck, why do I have a headache?
That's terrible.
Somebody in the country has a hangover.
Yeah.
That would be the shittiest superpower.
So no, the shittiest superpower, you wouldn't survive a year, because if St. Patrick's Day didn't kill you, the night before Thanksgiving would.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and again, like everybody there, I've heard it multiple times, the whole thing about testing the limits of their livers, and I'm like, even if I didn't get hangovers, I don't really want to be that fucking shit faced
realistically, wouldn't it be testing the limits of your brain? Like, how much alcohol can you absorb before you're a blubbering fucking idiot?
Well,
I do think Vegas does that to people, though.
Can't argue with that.
That's also true.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. I mean, for you, it's like it's Vegas. Yeah, I fucking live here. Who cares? I mean, people coming in, they're like, Vegas.
Oh, I had at least, like, not as often as I would have thought, but I had that at least multiple times on airplanes, because when I was still visiting her by flying in and out, you get on a plane to Vegas, you inevitably got that one person like, Vegas. AirPods.
You should be slapped. You only do that in the car.
But yeah, so we'll see.
Alrighty.
Inevitably going to hang out with at least two of the ones that are going to be here out of, I mean, they're all friends, but two of them are probably better friends than some of the others.
That's where you let them test the limits of their livers, and you record all the evidence for bribery later.
Oh, well, yeah. I already told you.
I still have a video on my phone of a person that I'm no longer even friends with. Just completely shit-faced.
I think I have an old one of my old bosses who I don't interact with.
Oh, wow.
Who drunkenly was singing, because if you want to go to a Christmas party and there's karaoke, what better song to pick than Jeremy by Pearl Jam?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just as bad as you would think. So you're at a Christmas party, you're singing karaoke, you're singing Jeremy from Pearl Jam, and you're doing it drunk.
So he's literally at the end just going
more or less.
Okay, see, this I've never ever understood this about like work parties, and I mean, it depends on the type of company you work for. But for me, in the line of work I do, we will often get invited to events, and I never go. And it's like, why don't you go? Free food, free booze, cool. One, these aren't the people I want to get drunk in front of and make an ass out of myself.
Yeah.
Two, that's all those events are. So I'd rather just keep my name off the list. I'll stay home, thank you.
Right.
Yeah, this is also.
Well, I mean, and then there's the mandatory safety briefing. Like, I work for a big company now, and so we had meetings in Vegas, right? And I'm trying to arrange meeting up with my brother in Vegas, and meanwhile we're going, okay, it's Vegas. Let's not do anything that's going to end our careers while we're in Vegas.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I'm like, well, shit, then I can't meet up with my brother.
Well, yeah.
I know, right?
Of course, and I'll just end up with, this is the same boss who at a different Christmas party got drunk, and now this of course was my ex-wife, but we were at the party and he called out her cleavage.
That's
as we were sitting at a table,
special kind of asshole.
All of my other coworkers. So,
and everyone just kind of sat there like,
yeah. Now, let it at least be known that, like, of course, I don't work for this guy, so this isn't like my current, this isn't my current boss that I'm talking about. But yeah,
the fucking guy on the NHL TNT broadcast just got called out for the same fucking thing.
Oh, no shit.
I guess there was a girl with or two of them sitting back there with the huge knockers and just sitting behind the Dallas bench. And he was talking about the fucking deep V and everything. He said TNT had to pull him aside and be like, listen, I know you're used to spitting checklists. This ain't like that. You got to tone it down.
Jesus.
So, yeah, there you go. So
some people.
But
well, speaking of saying the wrong thing at the wrong time, it's kind of annoying when you think you're singing a song right and come to find out that you're not. Or like, we're so fucking spoiled these days now that, I mean, you get the lyrics on your phones, right? Gone are the days, I'm old, we've all established in the last few weeks, I'm turning 50 next week. Fuck both of you. And gone are the days when if the lyrics weren't in the CD jacket, or I'm old enough where it was a cassette jacket or a record jacket, you were sitting there listening to it over and over again, writing it down or trying to memorize the lyrics to a popular song, right? And nowadays it's just, oh, look, I can hit a button on my phone and it plays along and scrolls and all that. But back in the day, there was a ton of lyrics where you're like, did they just say what I think they said? And some of them are really famous. And I thought it was a little annoying, but it was also kind of funny. So we can have an annoying, funny episode where we could look up and talk about, the misheard song lyrics that maybe annoyed us a little bit, but also made us laugh. Realize, oh my God, this was fucking stupid.
Well, wasn't the whole thing? I don't remember who the artist was. I apologize. The Inagata Devita.
That was one of them.
Isn't that like it was originally like in the Garden of something or whatever else? But
I think
now
it was in the Garden of Eden, because I think the song is called "In the Garden of Eden," isn't it?
It's actually like legitimately Inagata Devita or something like that.
I know what you guys are thinking of. It is Inagata Devita. In the Garden of Eden is from a Simpsons episode where Bart switches out the organ music. So they're all standing there singing for 8 fucking minutes. And Bart's just sitting there laughing.
Well, okay. And there's a ton of them. Like the most famous one, and I'll just kind of kick it off. The most famous one that everybody rags on is Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix. Right? The lyric,
great fucking song.
Okay, yeah, great fucking song. The actual lyric is "Excuse me while I kiss the sky."
Oh yeah.
What does everybody think it is?
This guy.
Yeah, they think it's "Excuse me while I kiss this guy." Was Jimmy gay?
Yeah, I'm sure a black man in the 70s was about to come out as gay.
So I mean that's probably the most famous one, and it kind of ties into this one. Wasn't even on the list I found, but it's because it's the same thing. "Wheel in the Sky" by Journey.
Okay.
Right? The lyric is, "The wheel in the sky keeps on turning."
Yeah.
Everyone goes, but the wheel in this guy keeps on turning.
Okay.
Right? It's the same thing.
Is that before? Yeah. Is that before or after somebody kissed him?
Good question. I don't know.
Well, probably during.
Yeah.
I mean,
that got his wheel going, and it's going to keep turning.
Probably why the wheel was turning.
Yeah, like to me that's a case of like you're just not paying close enough attention, because the first time I ever heard that song, I knew what they were saying.
Oh yeah, but then someone points it out to you, and you can't. Like a couple of these, when I was doing my research, I've never heard them, but I know now next time I hear these songs, it's all I'm going to hear. It's like when you buy a car, right? Like you buy a car, like, man, there's none of these on the road yet. You buy the car, 2 days later, every other car you fucking see is the one you just bought.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Everybody had the same idea.
Yeah, pretty much. So
on the same day,
pretty much the same day. All right, so
anyway,
that was my first two. TJ, give us one. What do you got?
Well, of course, you have the famous "Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer," "Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza."
Right. That one.
It's not Tony Danza?
That one's so famous, they made a reference to it on Friends.
Damn it.
Right? Yeah. "Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza." No. That's a good one. What else? Give me another one. Jason's going to judge them for us because he wasn't looking at too many of them.
Oh, I've got a browser window open. It's fine. There's
fucking halfway through the podcast, you want to do a damn research.
Here we go.
Hey.
Better late than never.
According to the text messages I got, that's what Google's for.
Yeah, apparently it can teach you how to say "fuck off" in 13 different languages.
Yeah. Undoubtedly.
All right, TJ, give us another one. What's another misheard lyric?
This one actually made me laugh. it's funny because I originally was introduced to this song because of The Simpsons, but I didn't hear this at first, but I see how somebody would hear it. So Jefferson Starship, we built this city on rock and roll.
Yeah.
We built this city on sausage rolls.
Yeah. I saw that one too, and I've never heard it, but I can definitely see it.
That one gave me a pretty good chuckle.
Yeah. We built this city on sausage rolls.
And then I got one more, and this one pissed me off because they credited the song to Uncle Cracker when it's Dobie Gray, Drift Away.
Oh yeah, that was on my list too.
Yeah, give me the Beach Boys.
Literally thought that's what it was when I first heard it. I thought it was Beach Boys. Because let's be real, the Beach Boys can free your soul.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah. At least that one makes sense, right? Like, okay, I get that.
There really is some of these that I've never really heard of. But
yeah. There's some of them you could tell, like people writing articles and just reaching.
Yeah.
Well, there's one I'm looking at now. It's a Misheard from Baby Got Back.
Oh, here we go. We talked about that.
We probably are you looking at the stacker list?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, I think we've all got that one. We're all looking at that one.
Yeah,
but there's 50 on there, so we're good. Go ahead. I mean,
yeah,
I never heard this, and I'm going. This is one of those cases I think they're reaching, but
that's what I mean, because it's like one of these where I'm reading and going,
yeah,
they have literally never thought of it that way.
Yeah,
and then they go, oh, it's such a common mishearing, and I'm like, no,
not even.
It's not.
But go ahead, put it out there.
Yeah, the like big butt, the original like big butts and I cannot lie, but the misheard is apparently I like big butts in a can of limes. You're
like I know nobody that heard that.
Yeah, I've never ever heard that.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I'll pony up on that one because here's another one that's reaching like that made me laugh, and I've never heard it, and it's funny because it kind of makes sense. But Like a Virgin by Madonna. Right, the lyric is like a virgin touched for the very first time.
Yeah,
and this one's kind of stretching, but I actually think it's funny because the misheard is like a virgin touched for the 31st time.
Well, at least you weren't touched with a can of limes.
I mean, hey, that rhymes too.
See,
that would fit. That would fit there. But I'm like, yeah, you think the way Madonna was presenting herself back then. Like a virgin touched for the 31st time, that would have actually worked somehow.
What do you mean presenting herself back then? It's the same fucking thing nowadays.
No, she's like 100 times worse now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was going to say, have you seen that woman lately?
Like literally, at least the stacker list, I'm going like, okay, no, these have never been misheard lyrics.
Well, okay, I have one.
There's a couple on here that are real, but some of them are.
Well, there's apparently one with my name in it.
Yeah, no, but I have one that I think you'll both agree is wrong, but not for the reason you're probably thinking.
Okay.
So it's credited to Bruce Springsteen, "Blinded by the Light," and correct, revved up like a deuce. Another runner in the night.
That's not his song.
I know, like
it's Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. Like I'm reading this list is atrocious.
Yeah.
The more I think about it. But it says the misheard is wrapped up like a deuce, another rumor in the night. No, that's wrong.
No,
that's wrong.
No,
that's
because
wrong. Everybody thought that dude was saying douche.
Yes.
Everybody thought that dude was
guilty.
saying douche.
Guilty.
Well, wait, what's the song that there's a bathroom on the right?
Bad Moon Rising.
I got that one right here. Yeah.
CCR.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Clean Crew on Rival. There's a bad moon on the rise. They're saying misheard is a bathroom on the right.
I used to sing that to Mom to piss her off.
I can see that happening.
Well, apparently, at least according to this list, I'm changing my name to Jason Waterfalls.
Right.
Oh, and I was younger during that, so the people I were hanging out with, but I know nobody that heard that.
Right.
That's
okay. Go ahead, give me another one, Jason.
I mean, I got to change my name now, apparently.
Apparently. We're going to make sure to intro you as Jason Waterfalls from now on.
Well, see, you kind of have to now. What? No, okay, now they've got like again this list. You go, no, that okay. So smells like Teen Spirit. The
Yep.
correct is here we are now. Entertain us. Which, okay, you kind of catch that. But the misheard is apparently we are now in containers.
Well,
Here we are
I'll
now
say,
in containers.
I'll say this. Like, for the longest time I had no idea what the chorus of that fucking song was.
Right.
What that would be the thing. You're like, okay, that's the misheard lyric you pointed out from "Smells Like Teen Spirit," despite the fact that nobody probably knew what the fuck he was talking about when it first came out.
That
I
meme
had
was
to-
actually going around Facebook the other day.
I had to look up the lyrics. It wasn't until I could look up the lyrics that I actually knew what he was singing.
Yeah. Oh, he found another good one. All right, here's one. I'm gonna bust out this one. This is on the list, and I've never heard it this way, but I promise you, the 2 times I will hear this song in the rest of my life, it is exactly what I will hear, and it's "Take a Chance on Me" by ABBA, right? So there's the lyric, if you change your mind, take a chance. I'm the first in line. Take a chance, right?
Yeah.
I can't sing it. So this one says the misheard lyric is, if you change your mind, Jackie Chan, I'm the first in line, Jackie Chan.
Okay.
I will never not hear that song that way, because in my head I was going, Jackie Chan, Jackie Chan, Jackie Chan.
At least 75% of this list is somebody actually listening to these songs and making this shit up just so they can write an article.
But piggybacking off of ABBA, I have another ABBA, Dancing Queen.
Yeah, this one's good.
Correct. See that girl? Watch that scene. Dig in the Dancing Queen. See that girl? Watch her scream, kicking the Dancing Queen.
ABBA got really dark.
Well, apparently so does "We Will Rock You" by Queen.
Okay, what do you got?
So the correct is "Kicking Your Can" all over the place, but the misheard is apparently "Kicking Your Cat" all over the place.
Which would have been really funny because Freddie Mercury was a known cat lover.
Oh my god!
Oh my god. Okay, let's go dark, right? And again, this is another one. I never heard it that way, and I think it's a great song to this day. But from now on, when I hear this song, I'm going to hear this lyric: 2 Tickets to Paradise by Eddie Money, right? The lyric is, I've got 2 tickets to paradise. According to this list, the misheard lyric is, I've got 2 chickens to paralyze.
Like, that's such a reach.
I told you that was one of my favorites because it was like, but of course, it was also just because I saw it and went like, okay, number one, I've never heard that before in my life. Like, it was the simple fact that it was 2 chickens to paralyze, and you're like, okay, well, now, that I'm just going to hear it now for the rest of my life.
I got 2 chickens to paralyze.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's not like Eddie Money was notoriously known for like mumbled singing. Like, I don't know.
I think he was drunk almost every time, wasn't he?
Fucking Bob Dylan.
Oh God.
I mean, that's what this whole episode should be about. But I mean, from the first time I ever heard 2 Tickets to Paradise, I knew he said 2 tickets to paradise.
Yeah, I mean, you hear that, right? And I think we both kind of said, this is someone trying to write an article that's funny, but it also, some of these works.
I mean, they at least have the one where now everybody uses it as a meme for May 1st.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Here it comes.
The NSYNC.
Well, you referenced this last week.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah. All right.
Right.
It's gonna be May.
Yeah, it's gonna be May. TJ, you got one?
Christ.
He's scrolling.
What the
this one caught me up. This one caught me off guard.
Go for it.
"Living on a Prayer" by Bon Jovi.
This is great. I know which one you're going to do. It's on my list right here.
It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not.
Right? We all know that's what it is.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make a difference if we're naked or not.
Yeah, never heard that before.
Never. Okay. Let's go.
Okay, so the one that I'm
headphone down.
This one,
Headphone down.
okay. If you were going, but it seems like you're both going by the same list.
Yeah, we're all on the same one. It's all the stacker
Okay.
list.
The simple fact that somebody actually typed out whatever the misheard and correct lyric was for "Work It" by Missy Elliott.
Oh my God. I didn't even, yeah.
Like, it goes like the misheard is a bunch of gibberish, but then the correct is
It's backwards.
A
bunch
different
of-
bunch of gibberish.
still a bunch
No,
of gibberish.
no. Read it backwards.
I can't. I'm not even looking at that.
Okay, flip it. Okay, flip it. Okay,
Ah.
but whoever wrote this actually got it wrong then.
Think?
Because when they actually got everything spelled out for the, I put my night down, flip it, and okay, yeah, whatever it was, they have flip spelled wrong, spelled backwards.
Oh, yeah, well,
Flip spelled backwards would be PILF. They have it as PLIF. So it would be Philp.
Well,
Slap.
you write them a strongly worded email.
Philp.
slap for them.
Apparently it's I put my night down, Philp it, and reverse it, not flip it. It's Philp.
There you go.
Okay,
Here,
so
Does
I'm
that
gonna-
count?
I'm-
Does that count
I'm
as
gonna get up this.
yeah, that should count as a double.
a double misheard lyric?
Yeah. Go ahead, TJ. What do you got?
Well, no, I was just gonna say I'm gonna get off the stacker list. I
All right.
actually do have a few of my own from my personal experience.
Oh, bring it.
So I got the old playlist up. One that comes to mind immediately is, as Sean knows, I'm a big fan of the band Shinedown, and one of their biggest songs is "Second Chance."
Yep.
For the longest time, I never knew, and what he says is, "I just saw Haley's comet. She waved." I always thought he said, "I just saw Haley's comet. Hey."
I can't fault you for being a fan of Shinedown. They did that remake of Simple Man that was fucking fantastic.
Oh, they still do that on their
Oh, yeah.
tour.
Oh yeah, yeah. So,
It's crazy. I got a lot of respect for bands that can cover a song that put that fine line of respecting the original, but also putting a whole new flip on it. Right.
oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because there's some that just like, okay, it's a note for note cover, just we covered it. But things like Bad Company by Five Finger Death Punch,
Yep.
amazing. That Simple Man cover, amazing. Seether's cover of Careless Whisper actually turns it into a badass song.
Actually,
Like I don't want to hear the Wham song. I want to hear Seether's cover.
I can actually,
I remember when that song came out. I was working at Jimmy John's. The owner came in and we had it playing. And he goes, "Isn't this Wham?" He was like so confused by the music because he knew the lyrics.
Yeah.
I can add one to that definitely. That is one of my favorites. So the band that she and I saw not too long ago, Clutch.
Mhm.
They did a remake of Fortunate Son.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you told me about that one.
Oh fuck, does it sound good?
Yeah.
That is a fucking fantastic song.
The whole remake or cover, whatever you want to call it, thing that's going on now is insane. You know, Disturbed puts one on almost every album, and they're almost always just fucking killer.
See, I was about to say I love it.
Yeah, I think it's great. And Death Punch has been doing it too. Like their cover of "Gone Away" by The Offspring is haunting.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, and
Well-
actually, like honestly, like one of the one which again, it's you kind of take it with a grain of salt because it's them remaking a rap song, but they did "Mama Said Knock You Out,"
Yep. Yeah.
and you go like, why?
Was
I mean,
not expecting that.
It's a heavy metal remake, and you go, fuck, this sounds good.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't, do yourself a favor. I don't think it's on like the music services, but YouTube has it for sure. I know. The Foo Fighters did a cover of "Band on the Run."
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Oh my god, it's phenomenal.
I'll tell you one. If a lot of people may not have seen this, and it's It's on the most recent EP, but the YouTube video is better. Non-Points cover of When Doves Cry.
They did one of In the Air Tonight too.
Yeah, I like a few Non-Point songs. I never really download a lot of their stuff. I happened upon that video scrolling through YouTube one night, and then I downloaded that EP just based on that. But their cover, again, paying respect, putting their own spin on it. If you haven't heard it, you haven't watched the video, do it after the fucking show. It's badass.
Sounds like it.
But getting back to our lists, again, here's one I find funny that, again, I don't think anyone ever heard it this way, but the person that wrote the list, La Isla Bonita by Madonna, right? So the line is, last night I dreamt of San Pedro, right? We all get that one. They said the misheard was, last night I dreamt of soft bagels.
Who doesn't dream of soft bagels?
I mean, I can go for one right now. That's not too
Right.
bad. Look,
Right.
cream cheese. Let's go.
All right.
I'll throw one more out there, which I think this one is likely. I don't think it really happened, but it could have. The Leica G6 by Far East Movement, right? Now, depending on your genre, right? So, the line is like a G6, right, which is a plane, and someone saying misheard is like a cheese stick.
Oh, see, I can actually tie that in now with one for that references cheese.
Go for it.
Here's the funny part, though, right? Is because, I mean, it's a misheard lyric. It's also a very misinterpreted lyric, because when that song came out, there were people out here driving around. I don't even know if they make them anymore, but in the Pontiac G6, thinking that's what that song was about.
Yeah, I actually remember that. What was the cheesy one there, Jason?
Well, oddly enough, it ties back into the early part of what we were talking about with Inagata de Vida.
Okay.
The correct is Inagata de Vida, honey. And apparently the misheard is Inaglaba Velveeta.
I think I read that one.
Like,
again, I don't think anyone heard it, but
no.
I'm wondering if this entire list was written by Weird Al Yankovic.
I just well, that's what I'm kind of going like, okay, unless you were actually listening to these things and picking this stuff out.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard these.
The last one I got that I copied off of that list was Paradise City by Guns N' Roses. Of course, we know that the lyric is "Take me down to the Paradise City."
Of course.
Right. And the misheard, according to this, which I never heard that way, was "Take me down to a very nice city."
Well, they're both kind of the same thing. Right?
So I definitely can see that. I can see how somebody could hear that if you're not really listening.
I can see that one. I never heard it, but I can see it.
Paradise City is very nice, so it kind of ties in.
Yeah, I'll go there.
I've heard,
So I've heard. I only live in Vegas. What other ones personal ones you got from your playlist there, Man of Many Books?
I'm scrolling through, and of course now I'm getting all the songs where it's like, oh, they sing clear as fucking bell.
This is such a dumbass list.
And we're going to think of like 100 of them after we stop recording this for sure.
And that's the thing. Before I even looked up that list, I had like 4 more in my head that I was like, oh, I'll just fucking rattle these off and then go to this list. And now that we're live, I'm fucking blanking.
Camera turns on, you're like,
Every time I'm like clicking on any link, it's coming back to that one from
Stacker.
No, the one from Starship on the sausage rolls thing, and I'm like, I
never heard that. Like, I thought that was catchy when it came out. Granted, I was younger.
Okay, well, here's another one. The Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics. I've had people make fun of it where they go, "Sweet dreams are made of cheese."
Yeah.
Okay, like I've heard that one.
Yeah.
I've heard the one, "Excuse me while I kiss this guy." I've heard but the sausage, I've never.
Yeah, the sausage rolls thing.
Yeah, never heard that.
Because it was pretty clearly we built the city on rock and roll.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
I don't. Maybe it was the poor quality of headphones back then. I don't know.
Apparently, Kings of Leon has something against people with dyslexia. Because the actual lyric is your sex is on fire, and apparently what you thought you heard was, oh, dyslexics on fire. Like, no, I'm not sure what Kings of Leon has against people with dyslexia.
Okay.
Not typically setting people like that on fire.
It's a pretty big swing there, Kings of Leon.
But yeah, that's what I'm kind of going.
Jesus. Why have they been canceled yet? Jesus Christ.
Here's another one that I've never heard, but is fucking hilarious. From Losing My Religion.
Okay.
You know, the lyric is that's me in the corner, that's me in the spotlight, but apparently the misheard is let's pee in the corner. Let's pee in the spotlight.
That's just weird.
Like, never heard that before, but that one's hilarious.
Oh, I still like I could see some of these. You can see like it because of the context. Like it doesn't make a difference if we're naked or not. Is mid 80s, late 80s, kind of appropriate.
Okay, even this, like I'm on one on USA Today now, where it's like, okay, CNC Music Factory. The actual lyric was "Everybody dance now," which is pretty clear because you
everybody dance now.
Apparently, what you thought you heard was "Everybody's dead now."
No,
I've never heard that.
You're stretching for an article at that point.
Yeah, either that or you're like a super Bible thumping Christian that like hates people dancing.
Oh, that was one. We were talking about it before we got on the show at the dinner table, and I can kind of see this because it sounded like it, even though it makes no sense. But and I think we've made a joke about just about anything by Def Leppard in the late '80s, everything on Hysteria, right? They do it on purpose, like it's the song has to do with I'm getting it, but they call it Armageddon it, right? And rocket instead of rocket. But inside pour some sugar on me, right? They take a bottle, shake it up. Now listen to it because it sounds like take the Bible, shake it up.
Okay. All right, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're a fan of Def Leppard, like in any sort of fashion, and you're familiar with their style, like you would know what he was saying.
Oh, for sure. It takes you like the transition from Pyromania to Hysteria.
Yeah.
Right, because like the sound was completely different, right? They went more pop rock for Hysteria.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if that was because the drummer got in the accident and lost his arm, but I mean, you look at Photograph and the the hits off of Pyromania, which he's singing clear, and the guy's a good fucking singer, but then whatever reason, and Hysteria is probably still their biggest album. It's swapped up, and they did it on purpose, I think.
But there's some kind of thing that he originally didn't want to be the singer.
I don't know.
That'd have been a shame.
I thought there was some kind of thing, like at least when he first tried out for the band, he didn't originally want, or something like that. I think
Joe Elliott can sing his fucking ass off.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. The range on his fucking shit is crazy.
So kind of along that same lines of like the 80s, hair. It's not really I mean, I'm sure there are misheard song lyrics in this song, but for me, when I was learning the lyrics to this song, it was more it was a pause, and I would go, did he just fucking say that? The Scorpions, Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Okay.
Like, because the first time I heard him sing "Give Her Inches and Feed Her Well," I'm like, I had to no, that's not what I fucking heard. I did not just hold on. Let me run that back.
Oh, that's
but then you listen to it. You're like, oh, okay, I see what kind of song this is now.
Oh, that wasn't even off of that album, but Love at First Sting, right? I mean, there's a bunch of them like that, but and then of course, Sorry, freaking thing. But of course, there's people will talk shit about any lyric almost from Kiss, right? They, you pull the trigger on my love gun. That's some classic writing there.
Oh,
Well, I was about to say, I mean, you and I recently had a conversation about how Kiss aren't exactly the best lyricists.
No, but
I mean, not
but it
singers, but
sells.
writers.
Well, but it sells, right? I mean, lick it up. Let's put the X in sex. It fucking sold like hotcakes.
Yeah, go back and watch the Let's Put the X in Sex video. And
No,
it is
I
brutal.
fucking refuse. There's
no. There was
Please.
oh God, there was something I saw where it
no.
was, I don't remember how it came up. It was the video for Lick It Up. And every time it like switched the shot to like, what is it? Is it Paul Stanley? Is that Paul
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons. Like when you're watching that little part of it, you're going like, okay, Paul Stanley looks like he's kind of like getting into it or whatever. And Gene Simmons just looks like he's pissed off.
Well, because you
he's
got to
like,
think though, he had that demon makeup on for how many years? That was the first video they shot without the makeup.
True.
Well, yeah, I mean, whatever facial expression he was doing, you're like, I don't know. What?
Yeah.
Well, it probably looked good in the paint.
Yeah.
Why do you look angry? I just saw another one now on one of these lists where, again, it's hilarious, but I've never heard it before. But Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That's pretty good.
Might as well face it. You're a dick with a glove.
Oh no, I did not hear that. That was pretty good. What was the other one?
I heard that one.
It kind of applied, right? It was something about you're addicted to love, or it's a digital love, or something.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah,
like that kind of applies these days. You got weirdos in Japan marrying holograms.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look it up.
But you know what? They're not fucking hurting anybody. Whatever.
Isn't that also the same country where you can buy underwear in a vending machine?
Yes, it is.
Japan,
Okay.
you can buy fucking anything in a vending machine.
Okay, well, all right then. That okay.
Almost anything.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem because, like, I would love to go to Japan, but if you tell anybody that, they're like, you want to go so you could buy underwear in a vending machine? It's like, no, I want to go for the food.
I would go for the food, the fucking history, all that shit. I want to go to Japan. I ain't gonna
that Nintendo Land.
Well, that would be kind of like the same
Super
misconception.
Mario Land.
Like people who, obviously, if you're flying to Vegas, and I'm like, no,
Oh, you're gonna go party, huh?
It's like, no, I don't even want to walk on the, like, I wouldn't make the choice to walk the strip. It's like,
well, especially, I mean, I don't know about Sean, but up here, last year they legalized sports gambling and online gambling. So it's like kind of like, yeah, I know Vegas is an experience, but it's like at this point, what's the point?
Well, you've also, I mean, how many years have you had the casinos there too, though?
Yeah, and I never fucking go to them.
Well, in this city, you don't even have to go down to the 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
there's machines in there. Go to the airport.
I believe it.
You don't even have to go to the airport.
Oh yeah, I believe it. I heard from fucking my my mom and dad used to go with my uncle every year to Reno, and they would always tell me, yeah, fucking we were playing the slot machines while we were waiting to get on the plane.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep. Yes, Misheard song lyrics. That was funny. I actually enjoyed that.
Well, I did have one more.
Bring it.
I don't know how funny it is, but this is probably kind of a deeper cut. Crumbling Down by John Mellencamp.
Okay.
So the proper lyric is they're obnoxious and lazy. They're wrong one. I was trying to think of the line building up to it. Okay, it's gone.
Ow!
Yeah, like I had it before we started off on the fucking other thing, but
I got one. I gotta wait for everyone to shut up so I can break one out, and then
yep.
Damn it, TJ. I was so invested too. I was like,
well,
Jason was leaning in. He's like, I really want to hear this one.
Like
I
I just
really do. Like, I really want to hear this one.
The fuck am I here for then? I mean, oh, and by the way, Sean, don't ever do that again.
yeah, I don't like that. I don't
That
like
was
that at all.
Don't ever
fucking
do that
funny.
again.
Uh,
No,
It was funny. If you're not watching on YouTube, what the hellions you need to watch on YouTube?
No, you don't. You'd be all right if you missed that.
and so came the day that we lost subscribers.
And so came the day
Damn
that
it.
we get thrown off YouTube
Damn
because
it.
Sean pulled his dick out on camera.
And he did not. He did no such thing.
I don't know. Now that you said that, maybe we'll get more subscribers. People are going to wait.
Well, I mean, you want to find out what really happened? Watch the video.
Is that what kind of podcast is this?
We're working for them clicks, bro.
Someone's gonna email us like, "Hey, you promised."
I am
You
so
insist.
I am so disappointed in this.
What?
TJ
Oh,
said,
no, I meant like that. You know, somebody's going to watch the thing and not see a dick and go,
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was so disappointed.
I was slaps the desk. I was promised a dick.
Somebody's going to report us to the Better Business Bureau.
"There,
you
it's
go.
up. It's on screen."
First time in a long time it's been up, but
Oh, nice. Nice.
I mean, it's turning 50.
I was damn it, you beat me to it. That was that. Yeah.
The funny part is, people not watching it on video are going to assume Jason's saying nice because you're saying, "Look, there it is. It hasn't been up in a while." And now Jason's going, "Nice, nice."
It was. It was also very white.
Yeah, bro, you need to get
Oh.
some vitamin D.
Yeah, really.
Oh, I think we're going to get phone calls after that one, Jason.
Well, I mean, I can. If we're doing that, I mean, I could just put your phone number out here on the podcast if you
Do
want.
not. No, I mean, Dad's going to call.
Oh, well, you know. I think they pretty much expect this by now.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Well, I was gonna say, have you ever figured out what kind of podcast this is at this point? I mean, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
We're special people. It's
No, we're
true.
just three idiots.
I can't argue with that. I won't even
Yeah.
try.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sometimes you just got to call a spade a spade.
That's true.
But we're the three best idiots that anyone could have.
You know, tomato, potato.
Tomato,
You make it
potato.
soup?
Or wait, oh, that's a misheard line. Oh, never mind.
Oh, wait, clapping. Where's applause?
It's not really, but you know, I don't know. But
It was funny. It was funny.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Which one you got?
don't
So,
do this
bro-
to me again.
No, I have the lyrics in front of me this time.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
So, Crumble Down, John Mellencamp.
On the walls.
Yeah, you can't trust him, you can't love him. No good deed goes unpunished. When I was obviously way younger, I always thought he said, "No, the decos are punished," and I was always thought to myself, "What is a deco?"
Well, I mean, that's that inflection thing. That's like it's gonna be May,
Yeah,
and it's oh god, I had another one that just came out. You know, when you say certain things, just like the Dexy's Midnight Runners improperly giving credit to Bruce Springsteen, right? Everyone thought it was like a douche, and I'm like,
yeah.
like, why are we? How is a douche running? I don't.
Well, why are
That
we
sounds
singing about
nasty.
douches?
Yeah, it just sounds nasty.
See, I actually have one where it's like I almost like made it my own misheard lyric because that's what it sounds like, but it's not a song that anybody would recognize. It's a band called Soen. So they're kind of Tool, A Perfect Circle ish.
Okay.
Very, very good band. Very good band. And I'm trying to find the actual lyric. Oh, God damn it. I might actually even have to like potentially play the song so I can actually pick where it's actually at. I don't, but there's a lyric in there that when I hear it in my brain, I'll like train my brain to go like I wish I could actually find it in here where I could say what the actual lyric is. But all I hear is all your friends are eating pasta. It's not the line, but
But it's what you hear.
God damn, no, I gotta find the lyric because now I have to know like
What's actually being said.
See, that's okay because I heard a stupid joke once, and I know the lyrics. Metallica, fuel, give me fire,
Give me that which I desire.
But someone made a dumb joke to me once, and now like I know what he's saying, but for whatever reason, my brain just correlates the two, and it's give me fuel, give me fire, give me slice of cherry pie.
There you go. I actually did find the lyric.
Okay.
So apparently, so now again, it's part of the inflection because like when you hear the actual lyric and you hear, but apparently the lyric is of the friendly imposter.
Okay.
I can definitely see
All I
that.
hear is something about your friends eating pasta.
Depending on the inflection.
Yeah.
So
Right. And that's like those singing tricks. Like the better singers can actually sing like an R sound where everybody else is kind of like, ah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's those
Like, if I can
Bostonians
actually-
singing about the ka.
If I could actually find it in this, like, I don't know, is that one of those things where we get like pegged for like copyright if I play?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah.
It's like, okay, all right,
YouTube will be all over it.
okay, but then never mind. Like
You can earn no money for this video because we're earning so much fucking money right now.
But like I said, I wasn't gonna play the whole song, but like, yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, but let's not get the heat on us.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, every time now I hear that. Actually, there's a couple of them, at least with that band, that Lynn and I, like, depending on the song, go like, wait a minute, did he just say? So there's at least a few of them now where we're almost making our own misheard lyric.
Well, there's like we talked about, there's some of them in here that we've never heard it that way before, but from now on, it's going to come in our head. Like the whole Jackie Chan thing on Take a Chance on Me is always going to be Jackie Chan. Granted, I might hear that song 3 times. Now in the time I die, but because I'm just not an ABBA fan.
Well, see, my problem is like I'm also a dude that, especially in today's day and age, like I know, Sean was talking about earlier how lyrics would have to come, like if they weren't in the album sleeve, you were fucked.
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays, I mean, there's even an app, you hit the button and you hold it up to the song and it'll tell you what song it is and all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Siri can do that for you now.
Yeah. So like with the internet at my fingertips, I mean, dating back, I mean, I remember printing off lyrics to songs just to have them.
Yep.
Because I just want to know what they said. So nowadays, like if I hear a song and I don't know what someone's saying at a certain part, I'll make it a fucking point to look it up.
Yeah.
Well, at least at some point, part of that with printing the lyrics out was mainly so you could actually sing the song.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's been a few of them where like the one that always gets me is the kind of song that like you can catch it like all the way, but there's always like one line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's one line that you go like, okay, no, I can't really pick whatever. Actually, there was a song, by Clutch, one of their songs, one of my favorites. And there was just like, I could kind of catch like a lot of it. And there was like this one line that I'm going, it sounds like, but it's not. Oh yeah. So I've actually done that where it's kind of the same thing where you're looking up lyrics to go, okay, now I know what they meant.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense, as opposed to like it just bothers me. Like it's like a nugget in the back of my brain that'll just bother me.
Why are they in the middle of this? Why are they talking about a cherry pie?
Yeah, or like like the douche thing. I'm like, there's no way he's saying douche. I have to know what he's saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I agreed that it's a what the hell moment because you're like, oh my God, what is it? It may not annoy you, but it's at some point it's gonna be like, okay, I gotta fucking figure this out.
Well, because you also kind of go like, which it might not necessarily be the case when somebody's recording it, but how many, I mean, for the inflection in the voice for, okay, so like, that wrapped up like a douche, whatever it is. Like, is there never that moment where when the person's recording it, depending on the inflection they're putting in it, like, do they not kind of like go, oh, wait a minute, that kind of sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you don't because you're the artist, and of course you already have it in your brain that that's what the line is. But
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I think that's just because that's, to me, that's kind of the beauty between recorded and live music, is because you'll get the same song, but it might not be the exact same song. And I know for a lot of people that bothers them, but for me, I like it because it's whatever the artist is feeling.
Oh yeah.
So like that inflection was what he was feeling when he was recording at that time.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily like he could have, on tour to tour the album, could have been, out there on stage going deuce clear as day. We don't know.
And I agree with that to a point though, right? Because I'll use David Lee Roth as an example. Like in his heyday, great. When they did the reunion tour,
oh yeah,
I got to see him, and he wasn't even trying to get close to the recordings. And I know it's because he can't, number one.
And that's fine, but then don't do it, because I remember that reunion and they were on Kimmel, and that was brutal.
It was 100 times worse live.
Well, I think
right. His whole thing the whole time was he wasn't even trying. Like, I could get changing some inflection. I can get tweaking a little bit because in some places that just, I want to prove to you that I'm actually fucking singing and not miming to a tape. Right.
Yeah.
But David Lee Roth's whole thing for that they showed it on Kimmel, and it got worse, was he would be up there and he would deliberately just be like chomping his fucking gum. Like, okay, jump. Go ahead. Jump.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like
I
remember
like,
that.
fucking at least try. Put some fucking effort into it.
Well, that's the thing. I was like, why is this dude just up here cheesing?
Yeah. That's all the whole time, even through the classics.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I can't remember. We actually talked about. I can't remember if it was here or we talked about it at one point where, like, even like Sammy Hagar now, you kind of go like, yeah, he doesn't have the same, for the inflection, for the amount of notes that he could hit and everything else. There was something with even his band now. He was doing like Van Halen covers, and you kind of go, okay. I mean, you're getting older, which I'm not knocking him, like, but you kind of go, okay, you can't.
2 words.
Yes.
Vince Neil.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Train wreck.
I could see
that.
But
now here's the thing, right? There is a way to deal with that and still come out on top, because Bon Jovi's been doing it for years.
Yeah.
Years.
I mean,
because
he hasn't sung the Living on a Prayer part, like the real high notes.
You know exactly where I'm going.
Years.
Because he was told don't.
Yeah, because he's like, it's shredding your fucking vocal cords, dude.
Oh,
so he throws it to the crowd.
And see, he's figured out a way to work it because he knows it's a hit. He knows everybody knows the words, and he gets the crowd pumped up for it. So he doesn't have to. And nobody gives a fuck.
It's true.
Right? Flip it around. Hagar still tries to do that.
Oh yeah.
For the most part, right? Like, yeah, okay, maybe he can't get way up high like in some of his Van Halen songs, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe some of the real higher parts at the trail end of I Can't Drive 55, right? But again, that's when you, as a performer, you figure out how to get away with it. Vince Neil's not even trying.
You adapt.
Right? Vince Neil's not even making words at this point. He's making sounds.
Yeah, like
Well, and honestly, like I would go back to like, okay, like the whole thing with like Sammy Hagar wasn't necessarily that he was really trying to. You could just tell that he couldn't hit them. But like that's the almost polar opposite to Vince Neil or David Lee Roth, who were actually making a very failed and half-assed attempt to try to relive their, you could tell Sammy couldn't do it, but he wasn't really like, he wasn't putting the effort to actually like try as much as like the,
In the same vein, right? TJ's a big Kiss fan. Paul Stanley freely admits he can't hit a lot of the shit he used to sing. But they figure out how to fucking make it work. He gets pretty close. Don't get me wrong.
I was about to say, dude still got pipes. Go back to listen to his shit in the 60s, or not 60s, the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Dude can fucking blast.
Yeah, he's still got pipes. But he freely admits, that he can't do it as well as he used to. Rob Halford.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It's going to happen.
I just saw Priest. Halford's fucking 73.
Are they behind you?
Yeah, they're back there. I saw him back then.
Oh.
I just saw him. Halford's,
Wait, are you about to drop this green screen to like, are they
Yeah, I wish. God, I wish. That'd be awesome.
I'll take the copyright strike for that.
Yeah, I would too.
Why do that to me? You were like, yeah, they're back there. And I thought
because
the thing was going to come down.
I like teasing you and letting you down.
Oh, well, you fucker.
That's right. But even like, you could say, there's the classic Priest stuff, Breaking the Law, Turbo Lover, that kind of stuff. But one of their best selling albums was 89, 90 was Painkiller. And almost everything on Painkiller is in that upper stupid high screaming register.
I'm not sure if this was on that album, but I mean, Run to the Hills Alone.
That's Iron Maiden.
Oh.
And where's the Ow! But Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden can still do that shit.
Can he?
Oh yes.
Okay.
What about people that actually like kind of sound like, it's only because you kind of hear old songs and you hear new ones, but like Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, like he actually sounds different.
Yeah.
Like if you
that's because
Dream On.
Well, yeah, because you know why? Because his drink of choice was alcohol and heroin.
Okay. That would do it.
I'm not lying.
That's probably why Scott Weiland at the end sounded like shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And, there's all these tricks, there was exposed back in the day, I think it was Monsters of Rock or whatever, but they had someone put up a list of like Axl Rose's dressing room requirements. And it was like 3 jars of honey.
Oh, throat coat.
Yep. So you could throw, and I've watched bands here in Austin.
Okay. Yeah.
A guy that could actually pull off, and I mean really well pull off Whitesnake covers.
Mm-hmm.
You never saw them, TJ. I wish you had because they're not around. The guy, I'm pretty sure he was British, had the hair for it, and could pull off Whitesnake covers like as well as Coverdale. But you'd see him, during the guitar solo, he'd run around to the back, and also I look over and he's glazing. He's got the honey, and he's going to town.
Yeah. Throat coat.
Yep.
Well, that kind of goes back to, it's kind of the same thing where, like, heavy metal singers. There are plenty of times, depending on the singer, you kind of go, how the fuck can you, like, there's got to be a way to do it. Like, it's not knocking, but
yeah.
You kind of like, well, okay, so like 2 of the ones that you could actually go, the combination of screaming, growling, or whatever, plus actual singing are like the ones that come to mind. Well, yeah, I was just going to say the ones that come to my mind are who's the Five Finger Death Punch? I don't know his name.
Ivan Moody.
There we go. Him and Corey Taylor.
Badass singer too.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, him and Corey Taylor, you kind of got like the ability to go from like both back and forth. It's like fucking hell. That is
like and like seamlessly.
Oh yeah,
in the same song, go from a badass
Yep.
fucking singing voice to and
Well,
pull that off.
And that's how
Well-
notable it is, because as soon as I mentioned it, like TJ mentioned Corey Taylor right before I did. So
Yeah.
you kind of go, okay.
Well, I mean, the dude's genius, because I remember like the first time I heard a Corey Taylor song, not a Slipknot song, a Corey Taylor song or a Stone Sour song.
Yeah.
I mean,
Through,
Stone Sour
looking through glass.
Oh yeah.
or look, Say You'll Haunt Me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like the first time, like I heard all that, and I was told, like, yeah, this is the same dude that fucking heads up Slipknot. I was like, get the fuck
Oh yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you hear David Draymond do The Sound of Silence, you know,
Mhm.
when that first came out, I was traveling like crazy, and I was sitting next to a guy. I was on a plane, and I'm just like, you know, and he's like, "What do you listen to?" I'm like, "Oh, well, you probably wouldn't like it." And he's, "No." I'm like, "Well, listen to Disturbed, and they've got a really amazing cover of Sound of Silence by Simon & Garfunkel." And he's like, "You got to be kidding me!" And hand him an ear pod. Have a
I just
listen.
fucking told you, dude. Don't
This is-
question me.
This is brought to you by the same guy that was. Wah!
Mm-hmm.
I actually
Right?
have that as
and again, and Draymond, hell of a fucking singer.
oh yeah. Actually, my best friend, his favorite band's
David
Disturbed.
Draymond's your best friend.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And yeah, his favorite band is Disturbed.
I live in Vegas. I mean, come on. Of course, my best friend's David Draymond.
Except that he lives
We
in
just
Hawaii.
had dinner. We just had dinner at Nicolas Cage's house. Come on now.
Oh well. Now you're just name dropping.
Well, yeah, you know, I had no idea he actually lived here until I saw something that said he lived here. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But,
Jason
yeah.
goes my route, like, Nick Cage lives here. Who fucking cares?
Yeah. But yeah, my best friend back home, his favorite band's Disturbed. So I actually have that part of that. Yeah, there we go. I can't remember what is that. Down with the Sickness, or is that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, down with the sickness.
Okay. I actually have that as his text tone, but
There
I
you
also made it a little bit too loud. So every time he texts me, it scares the fuck out of me.
That's pretty good.
You should have had the you should have his text tone be the mommy part of that song.
Oh
Oh,
god.
yeah. I was
What a weird choice on that.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny too, because like depending on the song, like I've heard them play live and like he didn't do that part. And you're like, well, yeah, I would hope not.
Of course, because it's weird.
I've heard him play live and he did it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw him play live and he did it.
no, it's fucking weird.
No thanks.
It was up at Bell County Expo, and it was a 3 major band show sponsored by Monster. They were literally people out front giving away as many free Monsters as you could fucking hold. Right, just to
I
get
believe
everybody
it.
juiced up. And I'm gonna say it was in this moment Disturbed and Korn.
I gotta roll my like corn. I don't know. Like I was a fan for a while. Right now, I roll my eyes at like I don't know. It's not that it's not that I'm not a fan, but by now I'm kind of like, it's all right. Yeah, it was.
You know, I wouldn't pay a lot to go see him. I'd still go see him. Am I going to seek out their new stuff? No, not like I would like Disturbed all day long.
I've actually seen them. They were on a show with oh god, them. This was like 2019, so this was recent-ish, with like Stone Temple Pilots and like stuff like that. And like again, it was still a good show. Like
Yeah.
Like, and again, like it's not that I'm not a fan. I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
they kind of like dropped off.
Not your first choice, not your last.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that was God, I can't remember. There's another one like that I saw. But anyway, but yeah, it's one of those ones where all of a sudden you're just like, wow, that was fucking, you know, that came from nowhere, and you just get this ultimate respect for these fucking guys that can go in directions that you didn't expect.
Well,
yeah.
it's just it's that realization where you step back and go, oh, motherfucker has range.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, like I'm a heavy metal fan. I always have been. But
Agreed.
I enjoy bands that have the combination of the two.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
You know, if it's okay, which is not a knock on death metal. Hey, you enjoy what you enjoy. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, for sure.
Exactly.
But
Music is very subjective.
if you're just growling into a microphone, I'm like,
It's not for me.
it's like, number one, it's not for me, but I also don't necessarily consider that you being a singer. You're not
That's
you're
you
not
know
singing.
I think a perfect analogy for that is
Uh-huh.
just Slipknot over the years,
Mhm.
right? Because you've got some very extreme versions of Slipknot songs, which is a lot of screamo, for lack of a better phrase, but then you'll turn around and some of their newer stuff, right? That will combine Corey's voice with
Oh yeah.
screaming, with all that, and I'm going like, I'm not going to call myself a diehard Slipknot fan, but like All Out Life, shit, most of the last album I
Oh
really
yeah.
enjoyed, you know. And again, Five Finger Death Punch, same thing, right? One minute they're covering, you know, Bad Company, and then, you know, the next they got another song where he's screaming half
Yeah.
of it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know.
I tell you what, though, I'll say one more thing about Five Finger Death Punch. That is the perfect band to play if you're going into like a battle ass video game.
Oh God, yes.
True.
Like you'll get juiced.
I've seen them live
True.
twice, and they're coming in September. I won't get to see them this time. I think they're coming with Megadeth, but I've seen them live twice, and they fucking just love their fans like
Oh,
hardcore. They love the military hardcore,
yes.
and they're
Oh, yeah.
just as good live as they are on the fucking album.
I can say that. I can confirm that. I saw them it was a show with them. I can't remember the opener, but they were with Bad Wolves too.
Oh, that was I saw that show. It was Bad Wolves, it was Five Finger Death Punch, and it was also Breaking Benjamin.
That's
I don't
okay.
I don't know
They played
if you
local, and that was a fucking kick-ass show.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys saw, but I mean, this was a while ago. Bad Wolves fucking kicked out the lead singer.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I saw some of that. It's kind of sad because I actually like a lot of their they just came out with something not too long ago, and
Oh, one of my favorite things they ever did was their zombie cover.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cranberries.
That was good. That was really good.
Yep.
Well, that's what got them notoriety.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, because they did that cover, and then like right after that, the lead singer died of Cranberries.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it fit.
Because
so all of a sudden,
well, then there was the turmoil about, do we put it out, do we not put it out,
Yeah.
all that.
Oh yeah.
but yeah, that, you know, the Breaking Benjamin's another one that again, you don't expect what you get out of them, and Ben Burnley, or whatever the fuck his last name is,
Mhm.
can go from a beautiful voice to screaming in the same song and pull it off. Red Cold River, and then, you know, Anthem for the Angels, and all that shit. It's
Oh, yeah.
fucking great. You know, and
And
you just like, oh, okay, I didn't expect you to go there, but it works. I'm good with it.
Mhm.
And also put on a hell of a fucking show and love their fans.
Agreed.
Well, those are always the best shows to go to.
Yeah, we've all been to shows where, you know, you know, we're here, we're going to put on a good show for you, but it's not, we love our fans, right? You know, Foo Fighters put on a show that says we love our fucking fans, or did.
True.
Rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins. Death Punch, Breaking Benjamin, Disturbed, all in there, that you can tell puts on shows where we love our fans.
True.
Kiss.
Like Kiss, and I'm not ragging, but like Megadeth puts on a good show, but I don't get we love our fans from a Megadeth show. They put on a good show. Dave Mustaine's great. I'm not saying it's a bad show. I don't get that fucking we love our fans that I do from the other bands I just mentioned.
Kind of sad.
Well, I mean, there's a difference, right? I mean, especially as we get older, you can kind of tell, like, who's there to pick up the bag and who's there because they just fucking enjoy playing music.
Yeah, true story.
Good point.
And, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to anybody picking up their bag. Like, get your money, whatever. But
Yeah.
did you at least not mail it in?
You would think, at least for depending on the ticket price.
Well, I was about to say, especially at this day and age with fucking concert tickets as expensive as they are.
So okay, let's reel that back for a second. You know, the stadium tour, right? Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, Joan Jett.
Badass.
What were tickets when they first announced, you know, we're coming out of retirement, we're going to tour, $160 a piece?
Ooh.
Well, yeah, because you know why? Because you have 4 headliners.
Yeah, $200 a piece, right? And again, it made sense, right? Because you had, even if you throw Joan Jett out as an opener, you had 3 bands that I wanted to see. So $50-$60 a piece. Okay, I get it.
Well, that's also 4 acts that are expecting a cut of that ticket.
For sure. So I get it. And then you watch videos of Vince Neil trying to sing with his other band, and all of a sudden you're going, yeah, that's not worth it.
Well, especially if that's going to be your main event. Like,
yeah,
Crew's supposed to be headlining this thing.
Yep. Well, they're trading it off. There's 30. I read a thing yesterday that their Def Leppard and Crew are trading off who's closing, and it's 36 shows. Each of them gets 18.
It should be 36 for Leopard.
The way Vince is singing, yeah.
Yeah, you come out, you do 2 songs, you fucking do Kickstart My Heart and Home Sweet Home, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
But yeah, the as much as let me say that, as much as concert tickets have increased, you know, in our lifetime, and I'm not even totally opposed to that. Let these, especially as good as some of the fucking shows are, the amount of money it costs to put on a fucking Kiss concert.
Yeah.
Right. The amount of money in the heyday, the amount of money it took to put on a Crew concert with the lighting and the lasers and whatever fucking Tommy's going to do on his drum set.
True.
Not cheap. Right.
Well, that was also in a different time. Like,
yeah,
especially nowadays, like, it's not like these artists are out here making money off like CD sales. Like, I'm sure they make money off like Spotify, but I know it's not dick for streams.
It ain't shit. It ain't shit.
I couldn't tell you last time I bought a song. So, like, you know, to go out and like charge for your concerts, like, I get it. Like, you have to.
That's where they make their money.
Yeah, like, it literally is, and I understand. Like, you know, I don't have a problem with it for some artists, because I'm like, yeah, I'll pay that. I want you to keep going. Like, make more shit.
Exactly. You know, which is why so many of them went to virtual concerts in the pandemic. Like, I paid, I don't know, I think it was $13 to watch a live stream concert for POD.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right. I'm like, I love POD. I'll fucking pay $12 to, you know, and watch it. Absolutely. Right. Because they're fucking playing live. So, and you know, everyone knows that these guys, these bands are not making shit off of Apple Music and Spotify, and you know put let's, if we reel it even back to where they put their heart and soul into making an album, right? And then their songs sold in the heyday for 99 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
True.
So you got to hope that 1 million people buy the song, right? But then out of that 99 cents, what are they getting after Apple takes their cut? The record label takes their cut.
Probably
the
about
producer takes his cut.
17 cents.
Right. So 17 cents times 1 million still isn't a lot. So you got to get out there and you got to fucking tour to promote it, right? Charge a little more for the ticket so that you make money after the venue does. Sell some good fucking merch.
Yeah, that's where it is, merch.
And I think more, we're beyond the age of the t-shirt at this point. One of the coolest things that I saw or that I have somewhere when when
I think
I
I know where you're going.
when I went to see Kiss.
Yep.
One of the coolest fucking things, and it wasn't even expensive. They had this thing on the wall. What the hell's that? They would give you bought this thumb drive, right? And it was a Kiss logo thumb drive. It had a little collector's box and shit. And it was a live recording of that show off the mixer board.
Interesting.
That's pretty fucking cool, dude.
It was digital file, not of just generate the random shit. It was that show. So all of the onstage banter, any of the fuck ups, like they gave you, I think it was 5 songs right away on the thumb drive, and then there was a code, and you put the code in and set up your email and say, okay, all of the digital files for your concert are now available. Plug in your thumb drive, download it, and you had your whole show. So, you know, when he's like, all right, San Antonio, it was your fucking show. You could actually,
All right.
You could relive it.
and it was, I'm going to say it was $25.
Oh, it's not bad.
But not especially at a concert.
Yeah. When you're
$12 for a damn beer.
when you're going and you're paying $50 for a fucking t-shirt nowadays. And that's where I think it's, we gotta evolve merch a little bit, because everyone's still doing t-shirts and everyone's still doing CDs and signed posters and drumsticks, right? I would almost any concert, if I paid money to go to that concert, almost any one of them I went to, I would do that thumb drive thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what's kind of falling behind too, because like it's not about the t-shirt anymore. It's not about the CD anymore. Like that's where I feel like
think about it. Go ahead. I'm
people
sorry.
have let them. Well, people have like artists have left themselves by the wayside. And I don't know if this is just like it's just the way it's always been or what. I mean, obviously, I'm speaking as an outsider. I'm not in the industry by any stretch of the imagination, but like, how are people not looking at like, like people like influencers, YouTubers, people big on Instagram, and seeing what they're doing and going, maybe I should do that, or maybe I should do the Kiss shit. That's just what makes me scratch my head.
Well, I mean, a lot of bands and a lot of acts, whatever, are all now bitching about everybody holding their phones up to record, right, while they're there, or go live or whatever, right? And it's because you want to capture that moment to relive it, right? So,
True.
okay, fucking get the cameras out, right, and do a digital recording of the concert. Do fucking thumb drives off of the mixer board of that show, and be like, hey, sorry, we don't want you to put your fucking phones up, but we're going to have a digital recording of this show available.
Yeah, and I mean, if we're being honest, most of the phone recordings are shit anyway.
Yeah, well, the sound fucking sucks, right?
Yeah.
If you're anywhere near the front, all you hear is, all that shit. But if you get one that's actually produced properly, like last time, a couple of years ago, Jeff Dunham was going around doing his thing, right? And again, one of the smartest things he did was he had customized t-shirts for every city that he went to, but they weren't there at the show. He put a QR code on the screen and said, hey, Austin, we made, we're making special shirts just for your city, and here's what yours looks like, but you can only order it through this QR code and you'll get it in 2 weeks or whatever it was. And he had made, a Jeff Dunham thing and incorporated like the Texas State Capitol bats, right? Because Austin's known for bats and all that stuff. And it was personalized to your show.
He pandered.
It works.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not. No,
Oh yeah.
That's what
I'm saying. I'm just saying that's just what happened.
You want to get people off your phones and have shitty recordings popping up, like every concert, someone posts shit on Blabbermouth about, here's some fan recorded video of so and so, blah 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 blah. Make it personal for these people and go, look, hey, get off your fucking phone. We've got this option for you, and it's $20, right? You record it one time, you produce it one time, and then you sell the fuck out of it. True. And even at that point, hey, didn't make it to the Austin show. Here's a recording of the Austin show. That's where I think we need to go, where they need to go, rather, as far as yes, get out there and tour, please, for the love of God, get out there and tour, because and go as many fucking places as you can. I don't understand bands that go San Antonio and then go to Dallas and don't bother stopping in Austin when it's on the fucking way.
It is, but I mean, they might have tried before. It might just not be their market.
And I don't think it's about market. I think Austin didn't have a lot of good venues, but now we've got like fucking 4.
I was gonna say the venues were, always an issue too. I know the Irwin Center, but
all we had at one point was the Irwin Center. Well, the Irwin Center's closed. They just built and opened a new one. Bon Jovi opened it, as a matter of fact. You got the fucking amphitheater out the racetrack now. We got the F1 track here.
Yeah,
that's become a huge draw, and we're getting bigger names there. And there's a couple of other ones. The HEB Center is another bigger one that so the options are now there, but I still see bands skipping, right? Houston, San Antonio, Dallas. Wait a fucking minute.
Yeah, I remember living there. I remember living there. That was one of the most fucking frustrating parts about living there. Is like, live music capital of the world. Like, why are all these big bands just like not fucking coming here?
Yeah. We're whiny that way.
Yeah,
But then you think it does make sense, but it's probably just lack of knowledge at this point. Like, people probably don't even realize that Austin has bigger venues now.
I think, it comes down to scheduling on top of everything else, right? What's going on with that? What, how far in advance people are booking and all that kind of shit too. But hopefully now with brand new venues and people wanting to be out touring and fucking playing as many damn shows as they can, right? Hopefully it helps. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. That was a whole show about music, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Fuck no.
Well,
you don't find anyone here, so you don't find anyone that goes, I hate music. They may hate certain types of music. It's like ice cream.
I've met people that are just like, I really don't listen to music.
Oh, those people are idiots.
Those are the ones that are going to murder people.
Yeah. Okay. You fucking psycho.
Yeah. So I don't listen to music. Oh, so you spend all your time researching on how to commit mass murder.
Because literally
something's wrong with you.
Literally, when you started this Zoom meeting for us to record, all the talk about Hagar and Van Halen, I was listening to Why Can't This Be Love?
Right.
Good choice.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you hear some song, on the radio or whatever, watching a YouTube video, and you're like, man, I haven't heard that in a while. Fuck, I got that on my phone. I haven't listened to that in a year.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah. So you shouldn't find people who just go, I hate music. You find people who go, I hate rap or I hate country or da. Okay. Yeah. Ice cream. You don't find people that go, I hate ice cream. You may hate Rocky Road, but you fucking love mint chocolate chip. Whatever.
Yeah, I get it, because everybody's got their thing, fucking, I hate country music. Like, you really don't hate it. It's just not for you.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Now, there are certain songs that you can hate with a passion because they're played out, just not your thing, whatever. Right?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna hate it if it's pumped into my brain fucking 4 times a day.
Yeah. Thank you, friends in low places. God.
Oh,
okay, yeah, no,
dude, no.
I'm so done with that song.
Stop now.
I'm so done.
I'm not even talking about it. No.
Okay. Everybody, try to give you a real quick nutshell of your friends in low places story, because I'm not surprised.
To leave this meeting.
I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised we all had the same reaction.
Played out over and over and over again. Every room in the barracks in the army in Germany. Just like fucking.
I'm over the button right now to leave this meeting.
Mine was, I went up north and my friend's mom just kept fucking playing it over and over and over again on the same fucking CD.
Yep. Played out.
That's all I heard all fucking weekend.
Played out.
Ever since then, fuck that song.
Yep. Played out.
Yep, and about to click it.
We're done talking about that one.
We're
Yeah,
shitting on the song. Like, what's wrong with you?
Because I don't want to talk about it.
It's a triggering moment for him. Something there has caused trauma.
Do you need therapy, Jason?
Who doesn't?
True.
Touche.
True.
All right, on the therapy comment, let's wrap this bad boy up. Any parting words for the what the hellions there, Jason Waterfalls?
No,
I fully expect that.
Jason Waterfalls.
No, I think my name change is enough.
I fully expect that next episode, your background actually be like a video waterfall cascading.
Oh, undoubtedly.
I think that should happen.
With my face on it.
Yeah, I was surprised it didn't happen like 30 seconds after that was brought up.
Well,
I
you gotta have some
double
time to
dog
put
dare
something good
you.
together.
You'll have time. We will. So what the hellions? We will not have an episode next week. I will be unavailable, out on vacation. I won't be thinking of the podcast. I'm sorry, but I gotta have a life.
Yeah, and he's the one that has all the passwords and puts all this shit up. So
That's true.
deal with it.
If you guys want to do one, that's fine. But can you record it and pop it up and edit it and all that shit?
No, that's your gig.
I mean, I could. Am I going to? No.
Well, yeah. Yeah, Jason definitely could. You both could. It's not hard. Anyway,
I was gonna say I could too, but
yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
It's not that hard.
But I'm not going to.
Oh, poor baby. All right, Jason Waterfalls. Anything else for the what the hellions?
No, that was it. Name change is enough.
Name changes enough. Man of many books. Take us home.
Man of many books. All right, people.
That almost sounded like a Western theme song.
What?
For a second there. We're man of many books. I'm man of many books.
Honestly, I'm impersonating a wrestler from Detroit. He's fucking hilarious. But anyways, so thank you for sitting and listening to us ramble about lyrics and music for about 2 hours. If you made it to this point, you are a true champion.
Amen.
And also, you know what I'm going to say. Be good to each other, people.
That's right. You heard him. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening, whether you made it all the way through, and if you didn't make it all the way through, you won't hear me thanking you anyway. But hey, if you listen to a couple minutes, appreciate you all very much. What the hellions, all the listeners out there. I see repeat downloads from several areas, so we're doing something right. We don't always hit home runs every time. We're figuring it out. We're doing our thing. And again, I will put it out there. If you have suggestions, you have bitches, gripes, complaints, suggestions. Fuck, if you want to be a guest and join us, email us whatthehellpodcast@yahoo.com. I have nothing in the inbox there, but that's the email address. You're fucking welcome to do it.
Yeah, and we're all crotchety old men. Your feedback ain't gonna hurt our feelings. It's just gonna make us better.
Yeah, and that's the goal. Make it better. Make it more of what you want to hear. We're doing what we think is good, what we think is funny, what we're interested in. You got a different idea? Tell them, motherfucker. What the hell podcast@yahoo.com. It's not that hard to remember. It's the name of the podcast and then the little @ symbol and then yahoo.com.
Yeah, you are an old man. You're still using Yahoo.
You're right, because it is what it is.
Jason knew.
Hey, you know what? Hey, it is what it is. But yes, please. And again, rate, like, subscribe, tell your friends, all that shit. As Jason would say, don't be lazy fucks.
True. Don't be lazy fucks. You lazy fucks.
All right, then.
Don't be lazy fucks and be good to each other, people. And we will see you on the flip side.